Who discovered Australia?
Joe. James Cook.
Oh, Joe, I'm so sorry. No, apart from the Aborigines, it was the Chinese who reached it as early as 1432. When Cook arrived, James Cook, in 1770, not only was he not first, he wasn't a captain either. He was Lieutenant Cook, and nor was he the first European. The Dutch had got there 150 years before that. Nor was he even the first Englishman, who was William Dampier in 1688.
What's wrong with the Chinese and the Dutch?
The Dutch have discovered almost everything first, but they just thought of as being people, homosexuals who smoke joints. Actually, there's a lot more to them than that. A lot more to the Dutch.
But what is it with the Chinese that they went round really early on and then never went anywhere, just stayed home and bred ferociously?
We're wandering happily around the globe, and this is a good thing, but I'll just return us to Australia. It has, of course, been inhabited by Aborigines for at least 40,000 years, possibly as many as 60,000. So if anyone gets the credit, it should be them. But what nationality were the original Aborigines? Yes.
They came across a land bridge which was later separated by shifting of tectonic plates.
Well...
So they will have come from Southeast Asia, probably. So I would say they were Chinese.
I know what you think. It's certainly true, isn't it? Australia was connected.
Separated, which is why they have marsupials. And why they have all their own brands of lager.
Exactly. I want you to think not Australian. The first Aboriginals were not Australian or anything to do with Australia. Where was the term Aborigine first used for peoples?
Was it in the Isle of Wight?
A wild stab. It could so easily have been right. No, it wasn't.
It's the word for the indigenous population.
The origin, yes. The original Aborigines lived in the part of Italy where Rome now stands. And they were called Aborigines. And so it's for some reason has stuck most with the Aboriginal Australasians, but there are Aboriginal Canadians. You could call the American Indians or Native Americans, you could call them Aboriginals if you wanted.
You could. But it was more fun to call them Redskins.
Yes. I wouldn't try it, though, in America.
No.
You'd have your balls turned into a small purse. We're doing very well. Now, what does...
A very big purse, I think you're...
What am I thinking of?
And have my balls turned into a rucksack.
What makes Australian spiders so dangerous?
It's their cunning and their organisation, Steve. And the fact they're willing to put the man-hours in. They will stalk you for weeks. They'll look for patterns in your behaviour, and they'll strike when you least expect it. Just as you're hovering over a poorly bee, holding a shoe high, that's when they'll come and bite you in the bum.
You mean the spider is working with the bee?
Yes. The bee is saying, there's not much longer left for me, but you can have a bit of fun here. Come on. Come in and bite him.
So is it that they sort of hide in loos?
Well, not deliberately, but the only real danger they seem to threat these days, since 1981, when anti-venoms were introduced all around Australia, there are two very poisonous types. There's the redback and the funnel web, the famous funnel web.
Is it people's reaction?
There's the redback.
Is it the way that people...
Yeah, that no one has died from a spider bite since 1981.
Yeah.
No one in Australia. But people have been in accidents, which have been fatal, some of them, and certainly have caused enormous damage, from spiders that have dropped out of sun visors in cars and fallen on people, and they go, "Ugh!" like that, and then crashed. So that's their danger now, oddly enough, not their venom.
Anyway, Drake Passage is off the southern tip of South America. Does anybody know what the southern tip of South America is called?
Cape Horn.
It is Cape Horn. Does anybody know what the southern tip of Africa is called? Yes.
Cape of Good Hope. Not called the Cape of Good Hope. You crazy fool! I don't care. It's good not
Bring
to
it
care.
on.
The southernmost point of Africa is actually called Cape Agulhas. There it is, about 90 miles away. You can see the Cape of Good Hope. There is not much to see there. There's a sort of rocky beach. They've placed a bit of a plaque so that you can see. It marks the dividing line between the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean, so a relatively cold one and a relatively warm one. The Cape of Good Hope is the bit that the Flying Dutchman couldn't get round. Does anybody know, while we're on the southernmost part of the North American continent?
Well, it's all connected up, isn't it, to the South American?
Oh no, the North Shore of the canal, of the Panama Canal.
It's really an astonishing thing. It's actually Australia. Geologists have discovered that there is an area around Georgetown in northern Queensland. It was once part of North America more than 1 billion years ago. It's got rocks in the area that are unlike any other rock deposits in Australia.
Oh, here we go. Here we go again.
What?
Yeah. This shows the QI ceaseless bullshit. It's Australia.
Sorry, have I upset you, darling?
Oh no, it's like the sun not being there when it was there, and all these other things that happened.
The southernmost point of mainland Australia is rather brilliantly called South Point. But which is wider, Australia or the moon?
Well,
Oh, that's a good one.
hang on.
The moon.
Are they the same?
Australia.
Well
The
done.
moon is somewhat less than the width of Australia.
Is it?
So Australia's about 4,000 kilometres and the moon is 3,500. If you were observing from the moon, Australia would look the same size as the moon does to us. But which one's got the greatest surface area? Do you suppose?
The moon.
Yeah, because it's a sphere. So it would obviously have as much.
What is Australia's deadliest creature, in fact?
Oh,
Yeah.
Rupert Murdoch.
After Rupert
So
Murdoch.
sorry about
After
the
Rupert
fact he
Murdoch.
came here.
Yeah, excluding a member of the human race, which I'm not sure whether that does or not, but anyway...
Is it the spiders, the funnel web, the red
It's going to be
Yep.
something on the road, isn't it?
It's the box jellyfish.
No, it's not. That is a nasty creature.
Is it people?
Is it rabbits? Is it rabbits running in front of utes or some sort of... it's gotta
You're
be
certainly
something-
right that most of the deaths
gonna be
caused by
a-
animals in Australia are caused on the road, but the animal that is most responsible...
Crocodile?
Is it man? The most deadly of all.
Snake.
Shark.
No,
Say that. I'm not born there.
it's not a bit of cat, though. In the year under the sample year we're taking, one human being in Australia was killed by a cat that year. But 128...
Cunning plan executed skillfully and quietly. Is it?
It's the road. The road's involved.
Often the road
Are the
is
people
involved.
in the car at the time?
Sometimes, yes,
Oh,
but,
kites. Is it the...
but sometimes they're on the animal involved.
They're on the
Horses?
It's a horse, yes. A horse. More people are killed by horses than... It's a very angry horse there.
That one needs a dental hygiene appointment ASAP.
Seriously does. Yeah, because they fall off and break their neck, or indeed they cause car crashes and so on. And horses kill 3 times more than the ones you've mentioned.
When we lived in Australia, my wife bought a horse, and she's desperate to try and get me to ride, right? So she said, I bought this horse, it's really docile, you'll be fine.
They never are.
So I got, well, no, there was actually, the problem was it was too docile. What happened was it ended up being studied by Melbourne University because it was one of the few horses that was medically got narcolepsy. So I swear to God, it's one of the rare cases of a narcoleptic horse. So she buys this horse, and she said she couldn't work out why every time when she was grooming it, it would get heavier. Like that. And so she couldn't groom it because it would fall on her. So she says to me, "It's fine. The horse is narcoleptic. Get on it." And so I got on it in full motorbike gear because I wasn't taking any chances. I sat on this horse, and it started to just... And you know, normally you kick a horse to make it go. This one, he kicked it and it would go, what? Hey? Like that. to make it up. And sometimes it would fall asleep against the electric fence. So it would go like that. Oh, hey, hey! It's like Jack Douglas from the Carry On.
Oh, well, that's my
Narcoleptic
kind of horse, frankly.
Yeah.
But it is the horse, anyway, that turns out to be the deadliest animal.
Which Australian icon is regularly smeared in olive oil?
Go home.
Oh, Alan was in.
Colin Lane.
and it's not a good look.
So I need an Australian icon regularly smeared in olive oil.
Well, would it be an animal of some kind? A beast? A thing?
No, not an animal.
No. Sydney Harbour Bridge is...
OK, you're getting close.
Opera House.
Yes,
Okay.
the Opera House is absolutely the right answer. Why did you say that?
It's 200 metres from the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Yeah,
really?
exactly.
And you said that was close when you said...
Yeah. So there was a Greek migrant who arrived in Sydney in 1964, Steve Souklalis, and he loved the building. Immediately decided it was being built. He immediately decided he wanted to work there. He is still working there. He's the longest-serving employee, and he was inspired by his own Greek heritage. So he said, olive oil for the Greeks means a lot of things. The Greeks used olive oil in the Olympic Games to rub on the body. Olive oil protects from the sun, and he decided that the building needed to be rubbed in olive oil. The fact is, it doesn't protect it from the sun at all, but it stops the railings and the door frames and the windows from getting rusty. And he's still working there more than 50 years later.
And does it not deter people from clambering on it, I imagine, as well?
You could slide off because of the olive oil, I would
yes.
imagine, yes. I loved the design of it. I think the design of it is extraordinary. Apparently, the Danish architect, Jan Utzon, he got the idea when he was peeling an orange. It's the segments of an orange, and in the 14 shells, if you put them together, would make a perfect sphere. And what I love about the story is his design was recovered from a reject pile. It was a competition, and he got £5,000 for winning the competition. There are lots of different ways of cleaning buildings. So York Minster found that covering the building in a paint made from olive oil can also help to protect it from rain damage. So one of the components of olive oil is an acid that reacts with limestone surfaces, and it creates a barrier and stops water getting into the stone itself. So actually, it is a wonderful thing.
It's a panacea for building. Well, I remember we had this neighbour once who hated squirrels, and he painted all the trees with anti-climb paint. Which was, obviously, I don't know whether that's cruel or what, I don't know, but it was hilarious to watch. Because, the cat would chase the squirrel, and the squirrel would go, hey, I'm out of here.
There are other things you can do with... I can't believe I'm saying this. There are other things you can do with olive oil.
Cover opera houses.
Well, in Turkey, oil wrestling is the national sport. They have an annual World Series. It's called the Kırkpınar 40 Springs. It's the oldest continuing sporting event in the world. There are 13 weight categories, from best beginner all the way up to chief wrestler, and taking in big, medium, small, medium, big, and small and sweet. You are allowed to put your hand down your opponent's trousers, but it is explicitly against the rules to grab your opponent's testicles or invade his rectum.
It's going to be the one right there.
You can, if you want, you can put a squirrel down there.
This looks like an instructional video for pickpockets, like do's and don'ts.
Do aim for the pocket.
Yeah.
The one on the right really looks compliant. You can invade it if you like. I won't say a word.
It's not an invasion if I invite you in.